Hello, this is a very quick update for Africa, just to see what's happening. There's nothing that crazy happening, but let's just take a look at the weather because there are a lot of scattered showers and storms throughout Central, Southern Africa and Madagascar as well. And these storms, you should be aware, like a bunch of tropical showers, and still in West Africa, still a few showers as well, and scattered thunderstorms around the tropics and across Madagascar too. So the current satellite shows a few thunderstorms across central eastern Madagascar, northern Madagascar, and many scattered showers and storms throughout Central Africa, especially like those tropical thunderstorms that pop up out of nowhere. And now spring is like mid-spring there. These storms will really start ramping up until summer. So be aware, shows more spots in Namibia, South Africa, a few showers as well. And still in West Africa, still a few remnant showers in Guinea, spots of Burkina Faso. So still be aware. And North Africa is a different story. Winter's coming and there's still some Mediterranean fronts to watch. So be aware. So the European model shows like today's November 7th shows more storms Central Africa's and starting more in South Africa as well into Namibia, Central South Africa, especially Saturday afternoon. Be aware, and Madagascar as well, more showers and storms Sunday. So still show storms carried in South Africa and Lesotho on Sunday, spots in Botswana, Angola, into Zambia, Democratic Republic of Congo, and still as far west as Guinea. So be aware, still a little bit in Madagascar, a shower or two in the Seychelles and Comoros, shows Mondays, still a few ones in South Africa, spots northern Mozambique, and deeper into the tropics in Tanzania, spots in Democratic Republic of Congo. So be aware, Tuesday still shows a thing or two in eastern South Africa, Madagascar, most of Central Africa. Tuesday, next Wednesday, the 12th, still shows more through Central Africa. Next Wednesday, Thursday, and this generally continues there because that time of year is already starting when there are almost daily showers and storms in these areas south of the equator in the tropics. So a few areas to pay attention are South Africa, that you might have the next 5 days, even 70 millimeters, a spot or two, Central South Africa, 50 millimeters. So just be aware of those afternoon storms with gusty winds and some heavy rain, and occasionally some small hail as well. So just be aware, same thing for Botswana, Zimbabwe, but the area of more concern for like flash flooding around Angola, Zambia, like 124 millimeters, even like 145 in the next 5 days, spots in Angola into Zambia. So be careful in those areas, especially for flash flooding. But these areas are already used to it in the tropics, but the rainy season's just starting, so this might come as a surprise. So be careful. This is some localized flash flooding, and without thunderstorms, this can happen if the thunderstorm unleashes enough rain. So just be aware, stay safe. Northern Namibia, in Botswana. Another area for concern is Madagascar. Shows like some 157 millimeters next 5 days, close to 177. More spots central northern Madagascar, 164. So be careful, some local flooding, but especially like gusty winds and lightning, those storms. So stay safe. Spots in the Comoros, a few showers too, and throughout the Democratic Republic of Congo into spots of Guinea, Ivory Coast, and Sierra Leone, still a few storms, but north of Central African Republic is already basically dry. The rains have moved south, but still West Africa still getting a good portion of it. But Central Africa, north of Central African Republic is already dry. Just a tiny shower or two in Sudan, but not much. Kenya and Tanzania shows more storms, some 50 millimeters, especially Kenya, western Tanzania there. So be aware, and let's check the Mediterranean because there are a few fronts with strong storms still. especially the northern coast of Algeria into Tunisia shows some 58 millimeters, spots there to 78, the far northern tip of Algeria in the Mediterranean, so be careful as well. And just for curiosity, in the long range does increase in Morocco, spots northern Algeria and Tunisia, even the coast of Libya and Egypt in the next 20, 15 days. This is a long time, you still change, but throughout mid-November, you might have a few more cold fronts in those areas. So be aware. The next one shows like tomorrow is Saturday, the 8th, so it's showing some more rain across Spain and France into Northern Africa, so be aware across Europe as well. We talked about this a few days ago, but just as an update in case you're watching from Europe, so be aware Saturday should start affecting Northern Algeria, and then Sunday shows some stronger storms on Sunday morning. Northern Algeria goes into Italy there and the Balkans and southeastern Europe, but still some in the northern coast of Tunisia and Algeria, so be aware. And something might escape into Libya, a small shower or two between next Monday and next Thursday, even northern Egypt, but still watching, nothing too crazy. So be aware in those areas. And just comparing the GFS is the highest accumulations in Rwanda, Democratic Republic of Congo, spots in northern Zambia into Angola, and the icon has in those same areas in Madagascar as well, spots in Guinea too. So be careful in those areas and stay safe, especially this storm. So the temperatures, let's see the European model. So today is Friday, November 7th. Tonight into tomorrow morning, the minimum temperature is around Lesotho, still around 5 degrees, 10 degrees, spots in South Africa, 13 degrees, so still mild and kind of cold in the mountains. North Africa's already some 6 degrees, northern Algeria during the early morning. In the Atlas Mountains, some 5 degrees, Libya is 14 degrees, so it's already getting colder in a few spots. But the extreme heat, it's not so extreme like a few months ago, but still shows like 39 to 4 degrees in Sudan, northernmost Ethiopia, more than 36 degrees, spots in Chad, in Mali, some 36, 37 degrees. So still be aware, but later in the afternoon it does increase in Mauritania some 38 degrees and spots in Chad as well. So be aware. There in the south shows like the mid-afternoon, especially Namibia where it's driest, some 35 to 36 degrees, and spots in South Africa even 37, Western South Africa, some localized spots, even southern areas, and Western Madagascar as well, more than 35 degrees, 36. So be careful. In Tanzania, some very tropical temperatures, quite hot, and be aware some fire danger in the dry areas in the south there. So be aware. During the night, cools down again, like northern Algeria, Morocco, and those areas, and still in Lesotho there as well, the coasts of Namibia and the high elevations in Ethiopia. So be aware. So Sunday afternoon increases a lot in Sudan again, some 4 degrees, South Sudan into Chad, more than 38 degrees, spots in Mali. So Sunday and southern Africa shows like Mozambique, some mid-30s, spots there into western Madagascar again, Somalia in the 30s as well, Namibia. So be aware. Sunday shows Monday morning, still kind of mild to chilly in the south, but a little bit less cold in Lesotho. Shows there in the north some 11 degrees, especially later in the early morning hours in Algeria, even like 4 degrees, and mostly below average spots there across northernmost Africa. So Monday shows still west central belt north of the equator, some high heat, and then Monday afternoon still like in Namibia, spots in Mozambique, western Madagascar, still quite hot. Nothing too extreme, but still quite hot in those areas, and it's more extreme across South Sudan, and Chad. So Monday shows Tuesday still Namibia, Mozambique, probably the hottest areas in the south, and in the north, still very hot from southern Morocco to South Sudan. So stay safe. Tuesday, Wednesday, still cold there in the far north, especially northern Algeria, but it does increase during the day, like northern Morocco and those areas there a little bit in Algeria. So be aware. And by Wednesday, the 12th, shows like right between Namibia and South Africa, close to 39 degrees already, 37 in southern Mozambique as well. So stay safe. These temperatures next Thursday shows even hotter there in Namibia. So still watching, but this is the general trend for most of Africa. So be aware, and this changes a lot as well. So keep monitoring. There's the wind starting with Northern Africa, shows like sometimes windier in the Mediterranean or in the Atlantic side because of those systems. Shows some strong gusts around the Mediterranean, just north of Algeria, Sunday, and into northern Tunisia, occasionally some higher gusts, Sunday, Monday. And then it calms down. There in Europe might get crazy again by Tuesday. Shows that this might come into Morocco in some strong winds, even 93 km per gust European, near the Canary Islands, and spots in Morocco might be windier around the 12th. But this still has to change a lot. But the European area has some very high gusts across central northern Morocco on November 12th. Let's see if the GFS has it. So it also has around the 13th there across Morocco and Europe. So let's just go back here. So on the 13th, especially across Morocco into Iberia, some higher gusts next Thursday. So still watching this potential late next week, but still like 1 week out. So don't worry about that too much. So in the south, there's still some moderate gusts in the Southern Ocean, south of South Africa, spots near Madagascar as well, but nothing extreme. Sometimes some higher gusts southern Namibia, occasionally, like tomorrow afternoon in Namibia, shows near the coast in South Africa as well, like Sunday into Monday, potentially in the coast of southwestern Madagascar. It's a slightly higher breezes, but nothing too extreme. But those thunderstorms can have some very strong gusts within the storm, so be aware. Like next Wednesday, gusty in a few spots, like Namibia, South Africa, but nothing too crazy. And still watching the near future after that, so be aware. And let's see here, like this is the rainfall in the next 5 days. And I'll just show you the long range 15 days, but that will still change a lot. Personally, you shouldn't look that far out, but let's just see for curiosity. It does increase some very high accumulation, most of Central Africa from Gabon to Mozambique, potentially this until the 21st, shows like a lot of rainfall still for those areas, Central Africa, south of the equator. So let's just keep monitoring these areas until mid-November and be aware